The return of YouTube's worst predator, Mini Lad. Okay, with the title, it says worst predator. I don't think he's the worst predator if we're gonna even compare. They're all bad, but like, yeah, he deserved every bit of karma he got. Glad he's gone, but it says the return. So he can't be back, right? I mean, last time I heard about him, he was making some weird content. I don't know how to, like, just normal videos, which was really weird. And yeah, that's the last I heard of him. I actually used to watch those guys years ago, and I do remember when Mini Lad got called out and canceled. So I'm really curious what Internet Anarchist has to say on this. I really hope he's not back. Like back, you know?
You'd think that a YouTuber caught in predatory behavior and betraying the community would leave the platform for their own good. However, even after losing 1 million...
Would you though? I wouldn't. Somebody who has a huge ego is probably just going to keep making... I mean, a lot of these people keep making videos like nothing happened. A lot of them
subscribers, any potential sponsorships, and all of his credibility, Mini Lad refuses to let go of his decaying platform. But why?
Mini Lad, who was having inappropriate conversations with underage fans.
Mini Lad had taken things much farther with Ash than Hallie.
Cancelled a few months ago for soliciting inappropriate photos from minors.
And I was manipulated and completely used by Mini Lad.
Hi, I'm the Internet Anarchist. I create weekly YouTube documentaries, and today we'll be going over the destroyed career of Mini Lad. We'll take a look at how Mini Lad's manipulative tendencies cost him everything, his many attempts to recover his YouTube empire he once abused, and why the entire YouTube community will never let him.
I don't want to bother, like, my apology. What, like, why would I care?
In return, looking back on the earlier portions of Mini's career,
that's just me,
almost unstoppable, as he effortlessly rose through the ranks on YouTube. From pumping out basic Call of Duty trolling videos that barely got a few hundred views in 2011.
Call of Duty.
Friends over there, so to keep in touch, I had them on Xbox, and I chat with them daily. It is very nice.
Mini meticulously carved out a viewer base of over 5 million subscribers that deeply admired him, as well as gaining collaborations with some of the most popular creators on the platform.
How's it going, bros? My name's Pippa. I'm here with Midlane. Oh my god, what the fuck? Today... I didn't sign up for that. Shut up. Today we're gonna play...
So how did it all go wrong? How did Mini Lad manage to destroy one of the most promising careers on YouTube? Well, Mini's downfall could be attributed to the two worst controversies of his career, his falling out with the Vanos gaming crew and the allegations of disgusting behavior involving minors.
His fallout. I don't fully know about that.
While these events were quite damaging
on their own,
it was Mini's attempts to manipulate the narrative and outright dismissive attitude towards his actions that truly put an end to his online career. For a while, the Vanos crew's unique approach to crafting entertaining video game content and frequent collaborations made them one of the most popular gaming groups on YouTube. To put it into perspective, the average sub count of their members was above 4 million. As with many creator groups, a continuous positive relationship among members helped maximize views for everyone while simultaneously mitigating career-ending drama. Unfortunately, Mini didn't quite see things that way, and instead opted to throw them under the bus once he no longer needed the group. The first sign of bad blood between Mini and the Vanos crew became apparent when Mini aggressively responded to a donation, asking him why he wasn't playing.
So it's like you can only watch so much on YouTube, you know? I can only be involved in so much of the drama going on.
He wasn't playing with his old friend.
I don't watch live streams.
I need to make sure I get this tight corner. I'm about to lap someone.
I'm a huge fan of your work. Keep it up. The only thing I want to ask is how come you don't play with Vanos Gaming?
Wow.
I've heard that people like to ask this question a lot with all kinds of creators, why they're not with other people in a video. And it's like, maybe they just have real lives happening. It's not like they don't have to hate each other.
Oh, because I don't play Gmod anymore. That's all he does. Question done. I'm also breaking off into a solo YouTuber because
Wait. I want to know who is he talking?
Or keep it up. The only thing I want to ask is how Come, you don't play with Vinos Gaming.
Wow.
Okay.
Because I don't play Gmod anymore. That's all he does. Question done. I'm also breaking off into a solo YouTuber because it's a lot more fun.
Ooh, okay. You could have worded that a lot better.
On the matter only made things worse.
Damn. For
He was
all this
angry.
time, they're still playing Gmod? You like how... I mean, they kicked me out of all their chats, so I have no idea what the hell they're doing, so... Perfectly valid. Damn. Yo. I wasn't kicked. Oh my god, alright. So, just to clear up any drama, I'm going off and doing my own thing. And then... Alright. Just to clear up some shit.
Noise?
I wasn't kicked. All they did was play Fortnite and Gmod and then talk shit about other YouTubers. So I said, fuck that. I broke away from that group. I'm doing my own thing. I've never felt better. My community's stronger than ever. I'm pulling more views than ever. And I'm personally a lot more happy as a human. So that's what happened. Anyways.
Man, you have to be careful saying that stuff about it's like your colleagues. You're equally as powerful and well-liked colleagues, and you're saying this, it makes a difference. It's a big deal, you know.
If only Minnie knew how much
have lots
impact
of
those
fans.
words would have on his career. What came next was a feud that only further alienated Minnie from the Vanos crew and left behind an air of distrust around his reputation. Once viewers found out Minnie wasn't telling the whole story.
Why not invite Minnie? I'll tell you why. He doesn't play with us. He left. And then he decided on stream to badmouth myself and my friends. Well, mainly just my friends. And I didn't appreciate that. So I don't play with the guy lately.
To clarify things, Minnie posted a statement on Twitter, confirming his bond with the team, but also pointing out Terrorizer as the one who damaged their relationship by mocking his mental health. Quoting, "It's sad you're too f***ed up in the head to take a joke anymore," unquote. Minnie was trying to use these claims as both a justification for his comments earlier on stream and as a means of slandering Terrorizer's reputation, something that Terrorizer was very keen to pick up on, posting a quote tweet reading, "And I wish you all the best too, Craig, but that quote is pure slander. Accusing me of making fun of mental health is just wrong, Craig. There's more information you've omitted from this whole thing in order to paint a certain picture in the public's eye." Kinda low, with the two having a back and forth in the comments of the tweet. Even
I hope I never have this issue. This is just so... It's just sad, you know.
when the stakes weren't that high, Minnie was more than ready to throw a friend under the bus if it meant he could save face. It seemed like forcefully keeping up appearances was almost second nature to Minnie, as he would later lie to his audience about, quote, patching up with Brian.
I got to finally meet up with Brian. We're figuring things out. You know, we talked backstage at Evan's show and we shook hands and we're going to work on it. So, like, you know, I miss the dude. And it's good to see things come together.
I know he made a video saying we're patching things up, which is not true. I feel like he says things in order to kind of get flack off of his back. Hence why he threw me under a bus in order to get himself out of a situation that was happening with a trending video.
Dude, if he just said that outright lie, yeah, you're in trouble. You don't want to be friends with this person. You don't want to be associated with this person. That's very concerning.
The entire situation made two things very apparent about Minnie. One, Minnie was willing to use his mental health as a weapon or excuse to shift the narrative in his favor. And two, Minnie had shown a propensity to bend the truth or straight up lie if it meant he could save himself from backlash. Unfortunately, this self-serving trend would only be intensified as misconduct from his past came back to haunt him. By the 23rd of June 2020, following his breakup with his most recent ex-girlfriend, Minnie's credibility came under fire as two of his former fans and friends, Halle and Ash, released
I was 17, I was 16.
curtain back on his positive facade. In Ash's tweet longer, she narrated her experience with Minnie when she was 16, going from being a part of his fan base to the object of his twisted affection, or rather, manipulation. Quoting, "Things took a sharp turn when we were chatting on Snapchat one day and the subject of virginity came up. He asked if I was a virgin and I said yes. Then he asked if he could take my and I told him yes. Things escalated from there," unquote. Ash went on to recount their exchange of explicit material and his request to meet up when she arrived in California for a family trip. At the end of her post, Ash acknowledged how Minnie took advantage of the power between them to get what he wanted and continued to do so to keep her quiet, a sick tactic that he used on Halle as well. Halle's tweet longer outlined how her relationship with Minnie slowly transitioned from friendly support to sharing inappropriate images of himself in response to an offhanded joke. Quoting,
He sent photos?
Remember, I was a minor. I was 16. He knew that I liked him, sent me those photos to someone he knew liked him for a boost of ego. The worst part is, I was not the only person he had done this to. The rest of Hale's statement reveals how Minnie weaved a web of lies and manipulation to protect his career, coercing Haley into covering for him, lying about not knowing Ash's age, and refusing to divulge this to his new partner Sammy were just a few of the methods Minnie used to keep his reputation intact. These bold claims didn't come unsubstantiated, as the girls provided ample screenshots and videos that showed Minnie behaving in an extremely deplorable manner.
I'm gonna press the refresh button. There you go. I'm also gonna press this. It's gonna go straight to his official Twitter.
Unfortunately for Minnie, it was his reckless need to keep those wrongdoings a secret and refusal to change that eventually would cause them to go public. Left with no other option, Minnie
refusal to change. These people never change. People like that do that kind of thing over and over, they're not going to change. We have to accept this.
Caved and admitted to his disgusting behavior, but sadly, the way he went about it would only further damage what little respect he had left. By now, you should be noticing a pattern with Minnie. He prioritizes his career and personal needs over other people. You can see this when Minnie chooses to disrespect and misrepresent members of the Vanos crew to maintain his reputation. Even in his intimate relationships, Minnie had no problem trying to manipulate and potentially harm people, as long as it meant he could fulfill his sick desires. If Minnie was ready to deceive and lie to the faces of his inner circle, it's reasonable to assume he'll do it to his viewers as well, which leads us to how Minnie
Yeah, if you're bold enough to lie about your fellow creator, who knows? I mean, it could even be worse than we know.
Actions following the drama caused more backlash than the drama itself. In his Twitter apology, Minnie only briefly spoke on the allegations and spent.
When you have to start making multiple Twitter apologies, you're in trouble.
The rest of the post diverting attention to his sudden mental health journey while stating that he will, quote, be back when the time is right, unquote. Evidently, that time would only be a month long, as Minnie resumed uploads in August of 2020. On the 12th of August 2020,
yeah, I remember.
Minnie published the video titled Minecraft, But All the Mobs Are Me, which served both as his reintroduction after the drama and as a means of emotionally manipulating the viewers about his mental health.
Yeah, I remember he was like, I remember him uploading again. It was kind of like the completionist. Just keep, he just keeps uploading videos. And a lot of these people do that. They get canceled or whatever, and they just keep uploading the same content.
I know I just left all of a sudden, but I needed to do something about me. And I never took time to work on me. And it's been lovely to be able to talk and just let everything out and just breathe.
It was one thing to pine for sympathy after taking advantage of minors, but it's a completely different story to avoid those transgressions when you admitted only a month prior. Fortunately, Hale wasn't going to let him get away with that, as she not only reminded everyone about Minnie's misconduct, but also included screenshots of what Minnie's true intentions really were.
I have receipts, and I'm gonna show them again, like maybe right here, where he was talking to his moderators about how in mod chat people were gonna see
that she has to do this. It sucks
that this doesn't matter and it's gonna die. She basically was told by Craig to go to Ash, one of the other girls who came out, who dealt with way worse, to tell her about his attempt to make her feel some sort of pity.
Misdirecting, avoiding, or ignoring his crimes would only cause more problems. Problems that Minnie was trying to fix by lying even more. Being dishonest with the community that gave you your platform isn't going to stop the max exodus of subscribers or mass dislikes on your videos. Too bad, that's exactly what Minnie would keep on doing. From the 4th of September to the 28th of December 2020, Minnie released 2 apology videos that were less about reconciling about the situation and more about obscuring it. In his upload titled Cleaning the Air, Minnie claimed he'd addressed everything, but that was far from the truth, as the video was just 5 minutes of him glossing over hard accusations or debunking random Twitter posts. Naturally, it backfired, with over 120,000 dislikes.
He's really not very good at this.
and a very angry comment section, the negativity would bleed into every single upload that followed, eventually causing his channel to lose monetization status and the singular sponsored video he had to be taken down. Minnie didn't seem to learn from this blunder and decided to dig himself into a deeper hole with his video titled My Apology. While there was much in a way of taking responsibility for his past behavior, there was also an equal or exceeding amount of self-victimization and manipulation.
And I understand what I'm gonna say next is quite taboo online, but if this is my way of putting all my cards on the table and telling you guys what happened, I feel like I need to say it. Taboo. The reason I did what I did, and there was even a message where I said this, is because what I said there is true. I did try to end my life at the beginning of 2017.
Here we go.
I'm not looking for sympathy. I'm not looking for anything. This is not what this is about. This is.
But then why did you say that, James Summerton? Like this is what people.
Reason. And I just want you to understand the headspace that I was in. The reality is I was being selfish. I wasn't thinking about repercussions. I wasn't thinking about anything. I was just being stupid. And I really want to apologize for that. I just wasn't thinking. And I regret it. I've regretted it since. And for that, for both Hallie and Ash, I'm really sorry.
This was arguably Minnie's last chance to fix the controversy that took over his entire YouTube empire, and he completely fumbled it. From cropping up...
How could anyone possibly believe anything, you know?
Screenshots to focusing on
I don't think he realizes that.
Job. Minnie was still trying to salvage things by admitting the most egregious of his sins, a decision that cost him everything and more. So now that the YouTube community had all witnessed Minnie's tricks and lies, what would become of their dynamic? Was Minnie going to realize that his YouTube career was officially over and leave the platform, or would he disappear and intermittently crawl back in hopes of people forgetting it ever happened? Well, let's say Minnie took the less honorable path. In the 2 years that followed the drama, Minnie was reduced to a laughingstock among his former friends and a deceitful predator in the eyes of his former fans.
His name was Pablo. Pablo was not a very good man. He liked to have with small children.
Jesus Christ.
God.
In an attempt to change that, Minnie decided to rebrand himself as a positive and fun-loving creator. After nearly a year of...
This is also the problem. Like I said before in my last video, you can't just pretend to be a fun-loving creator and a good person, positive, if you're not. And it comes out all the time. It's going to be shown and you're just going to play yourself. Like, why do you need to pretend to be a good, positive, fun-loving dude?
Silence, Minnie uploaded one of his meme streams titled "It's Good to See You," which saw Minnie trying to put on a happy facade.
And I'll be honest with you, I know this might sound kind of crazy. I'm now the happiest I think I've ever been in my life.
Okay,
and I know that might sound really hard to believe for a lot of people considering what has been going on.
And we don't care.
But for the first time in my life, I figured out who I am. Looking back, I realized, Jesus Christ, like there was no time between recording, being on phone calls with Ty, trying to get my edits done and everything that I just had time to work on me and be me.
However, it was obvious that he was still operating from a selfish mindset and that he put the health of his career above everything else.
Here's the thing. As you guys may have noticed, I've been gone for a while. My life decided to take a little bit of a twist. Last December, as you guys know, I put up my apology. I went silent. I went dark on everything. I didn't have Twitter. I didn't have Instagram. I deleted everything off my phone. I just wanted to focus on me. Because for me, I'm aware that everything in my life that's happened up to this moment is my fault. So I knew that if I was gonna work on me and if I wanted to come back to this, I wanted to come back to entertaining, I wanted to come back to everything, I knew I needed to work on me, right?
Yeah, that's nice. How about you come back in 10 years? Like, it would take a lot, like, for every lie and every garbage thing you did, it would take, like, I don't know, a year to rectify those things. And even so, you chatting with underage people is, in my eyes, unforgivable. You know, it's just not, you're not on my radar anymore. Like, it's not gonna happen.
I lost fans over this. Last September, I moved to Texas. I went back to Northern Ireland for a few weeks and came back and then...
Why is everybody moving to Texas, by the way? Everybody moves to Texas, especially Austin. What is that? Like, I mean, yeah, explain it to me. I keep hearing these creators moving to Texas.
I had a bunch of friends out here that were like, we realize you're going through this stuff, some stuff. Let me help you. But there's a bunch of people here who are just like willing to.
They realized I was going through a bunch of stuff. Let me help you. That could be true or not true. Probably not true, considering he just says things about his friends and peers.
Let me talk and help me get through my stuff. And, you know, I've maintained therapy every week.
Then there was the matter of him understanding the impact of the controversy. In his 2 videos titled Why I Left Twitter and Why Getting Cancelled Was the Best Thing That Ever Happened to Me.
He is so
changed and was simply presenting the illusion of change. The charade didn't end there, as Minnie created an entirely new channel titled Good News Everyone to further push his toxic positivity.
You did.
Good news, everyone!
Is that for monetization? Because it said that channel was demonetized.
YouTubers are doing something good for once. A YouTuber went to an unclaimed baggage store and bought replacements for items that passengers lost. I wanted to touch on this for a few reasons. A, it's good to see YouTubers doing stuff. It's always a pleasure, no matter if you're doing charity stuff or stuff like this.
Unfortunately,
this is so
none of
weird.
this change was ever going to change what Minnie did or reverse the harm that he inflicted.
So I feel like what he's trying to do is grab new viewers instead of keeping his old ones, because the new ones won't really know the controversy. And with a new channel especially. So him just randomly doing this is he's just trying to get the newer generation of viewers.
And what was left of his audience was always going to remind him of that fact.
No, oh wait, never mind, it was on my TV.
Oh God. Oh God.
Oh, thanks, man. Thanks for the 3. Oh, thanks, man. Thanks for the 3. Hang on them? I don't know what you're saying. I'm gonna go. Oh, by the way, to the person who just donated to me, please get your facts straight. Thank you. I'll be back.
Maybe this was the straw that broke the camel's back, because from this point on to his last known upload, Minnie somewhat dropped his positive disposition and acknowledged the true state of his career.
You haven't changed at all?
He stopped it because it's not who he is. That's not who he is. And I would say most people can't keep up that image forever.
Oh, look, someone new. I've never seen before. And to be honest with you, Chipmunk, whether you do, whether you don't, it doesn't matter. I'm not here to try and bring anything. I'm basically telling you right here, right now, I'm not a YouTuber anymore. I got our shit going on, right? I do this shit for fun. You can do what you want, say what you want.
Poor Terry Black. Terry Black's barbecue in Austin. Oh,
used to bother me. Doesn't anymore. They're like, oh, can you do like a 6:30? And I'm like, I'm streaming, sorry. Like, oh, okay, can you do like 7 or 8? And I'm like, I'm kind of streaming, I'm sorry. So it's getting to the point where now, like, the meetings that I have and the business opportunities are there. But I'm doing this thing where I have to keep stream going. Because I enjoy it, but it should be a hobby at this point, right? I told you guys a month ago or whatever, or a few weeks ago, whatever it was, that like I had to emotionally retire from YouTube, and we know that this is not a career for me anymore.
Well, that's because you got demonetized. Let's be honest, right? Once you're demonetized, you're in trouble.
He doesn't have a place on YouTube anymore, but still returns to it time and time again. Why? The best answer we have is a comment I left under one of Cluster's videos covering Minnie. As someone who knew him, I can almost guarantee confidently that he wanted to keep reviving his channel for 4 reasons. 1. Money. 2. He felt special. He is a narcissist who loved the attention and, in his eyes, fame. 3. He genuinely thought people would start forgetting. And 4. He has actively looked through his followers to see which are hot and talks to them. Halay's points completely match with Minnie's past actions, and this seems likely to continue since he hasn't changed at all. On the 1st of March 2024, Minnie uploaded a story on Instagram to give viewers an insight into why he hasn't been active for months.
Hello, it's been a month and a half. Where the f have I been? Let's have a conversation. First thing, just after my birthday, January 7th, I got sinusitis from a viral infection, which basically...
I think he's kind of a narcissist. He's, it's kind of weird. But we know this.
The sinuses So it felt like there was a balloon on the inside of my face that was just blowing up every day.
Literally
very
everyone's
fun.
had
Wouldn't
this.
recommend it. That led to my right eye having issues where it would go out of focus and shit like that. I had to get that checked out. Then after that, I got a viral ear infection in not one, but both of my ears. Left ear was basically gone. Right ear was pretty bad too. That led to sound in general being painful.
It's painful to hear him speak. Get through it.
I couldn't listen to anything. I couldn't watch anything. It's the worst 5 to 6 weeks.
Minnie spends the rest of the video chatting about his recovery process and the new PC he
Wow.
just acquired.
Also, I got a new computer. Oh, Jesus, she's dirty. Anyway, I got this. It is a 4070.
This suggests that Minnie intends to resurrect his decimated empire by either retaining the few fans he has left with more posts on his main channel, or by finding new ones by posting on other channels. However, the question isn't whether he'll try to make a comeback, it's whether the internet will let him get away with it.
Yep.
There's no doubt that Minnie is aware of the severity of his alleged crimes, but he only shows remorse because he got caught and will have the influence that he once abused taken away from him. After all, it took Minnie 2 apologies to fully acknowledge the storm of the controversy that he created, which signals to viewers that he never intended to right his wrongs. Instead, he opted to take the easy route and attempted to maintain the platform that he already lost. Ironically, it was that decision that truly sealed his fate. The YouTube community isn't letting Minnie off the hook because he said he was sorry. Lying, manipulating, and taking advantage of everyone around you never ends well, and Minnie learned that the hard way. YouTube moderation may not have banned Minnie for his deprived actions, but the online community he preyed on is going to make sure he never returns to the platform. If you enjoyed this video, click the video on screen to find out why Corpse abandoned his audience.
Alright guys, as we know, he was a creep. He's probably still a creep. I love that Hallie or Haley, I think he said it in both ways, so I don't know how to pronounce it, but she is not letting up. She is not playing. I love it. She's so cool. I might go find her channel and sub to her. This kind of thing is so depressing almost, because some of these people do get away with it and some people do just keep uploading and it's all fine. And there are examples of this. And yeah, even though I used to watch these guys years ago, I didn't know exactly the exact facts. Like, you know, I'll see a couple of things that have happened and I'll just, you know, I didn't watch all the live streams. I wasn't just like making it my career to like figure out all of these nuances at the time of what was going on. I just sort of stopped watching him and stopped watching. Really, I stopped watching most of the group anyways, just because, I don't know, moving on, finding new channels and stuff like that. But I'll leave this video in the description if you want to go watch it. Some of those tweets are really concerning. I didn't pause on them or read them out too much because I get the point. Like, we get the point. But yeah, I'll leave it in the description if you want to go read those closer. Leave a comment on something you would like me to watch next. And I will see you in the next video.